let's try one more time. I feel like now it's working. I feel like Instagram got triggered by me talking about triggers. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friends. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? What's alive within you right now? Hello. Trying for the third time to connect, but now it seems to be working. I'm so happy that I can be able to talk about triggers. Okay, so let's jump right in. Quick, short live video today. I just want to share my shift in perspective around triggers. Because I'm the queen of trigger. I don't really do it on purpose, but I feel like people can be so triggered by me. And it happened like my whole life. It's not just like on social media now that I'm more out there. It's everywhere. It has been my whole freaking life. So this Instagram is doing weird stuff, but we're gonna try to bear with it. Whether I was like talking about sexuality and being sexually liberated, whether it was my body hairs, or anything, people really get triggered by all the things, or me talking about the things that we cannot really talk on this platform. People triggered by your light openness. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, people, that's the thing. Bear with me. I used to think that, and I still believe that, you trigger people when you're like stepping into your full power, when you're shining your light, when you're accepting yourself more and loving yourself more. You will trigger people that don't. All the people that don't love themselves, that don't accept themselves, you being the embodiment of that will trigger them. Okay, I used to think that, and I still do think that. By loving yourself, you will trigger people that don't. It's part of the process. By liberating yourself, you will trigger people. That's a thing. And that's the piece that I was missing. I was like, okay, so just like remove, next, ciao, bye, gone. That was like, I block it. It can impact me sometimes when people like, that's the thing to be triggered. That's the thing to be able to express, like, oh, I'm triggered and because I saw that or something. And there are another kind of people that are like, you're doing that, you're like da-da-da-da-da-da, slut shaming you, doing all the things, being triggered by how you show up, who you are. This happens. I have so much respect for people taking ownership for their triggers. Like, seriously, when someone is like, oh, you said that, and like, I am triggered, like owning how they feel. I have so much respect. And I say to everyone, to my clients, to my friends, to everyone that I know, if you're on social media and there is someone that doesn't make you feel good, block, mute, and follow. Ciao, bye. It's not a place to feel like shit and feel like crap. So even if I'm the one making you feel like shit or that triggers something, like, I unfollow and I mute people every single day because I'm triggered as well. I'm triggered every day. But I love to own my triggers and be like, okay, here I'm triggered. Let's see what's underneath. Let's observe. So the other side of it that was missing, the missing part, is a deeper sense of compassion. When you express extreme joy, extreme pleasure, liberation, and in front of you have someone that it triggers, which means like it comes within its being and it's just touching a wound. A wound is a place of hurt. A wound is is something that is unbearable for them. And it almost makes me want to cry, because I was really missing that. I was like, that's not my, that's not my responsibility, and like, ciao and bye, and like, if you're triggered because I love myself and you don't, like, kind of fuck yourself. And then, it just came to my awareness of like, wait. You have the ability to go and look in your triggers, but not everyone has this ability to do so, because we were never taught to deal with our emotions like this, to connect with what's alive within us. So holding more space for compassion and be like, okay, so there is something within that person that is triggered in front of me by me shining my light, by me sharing myself unapologetically, by me loving myself, by me doing this or that, or having this practice, or doing this, or talking about this subject and having this opinion. But it's actually touching something in them that they can't look at because it's too painful. Because it's easier to then vomit your anger, your wound onto someone else, because you want to hurt them back. They hurted you. They didn't do it on purpose. They didn't do it. It has nothing to do with you, but it touched something within you, and the only response is like, oh my God, I'm hurt, so let me hurt that person back. So when you're in this position of like, you're triggering someone and you get this aggressive reaction or any judgments or anything that really doesn't feel good, it's like, how much can you hold compassion? Like, compassion is that. Compassion is not because someone, oh my God, this is so sad. It's when you're in it, when you're in the situation. How can you deepen your compassion? And that has been for me just realizing like, oh my God, this person in front of me is so wounded and so hurt, and I'm touching something that is so painful. They cannot deal with that pain within their system, so they need to express it out, and they need to like bring it down. They need to do everything they can to try to stop it, to try to stop that pain. So just like having more and more and more love and compassion and boundaries as well, because at the end of the day, you're not responsible for how people feel, and that's their thing to deal with, and you can only be responsible for yourself. And removing yourself from the situation can be what you need to, but I think again it's about intentions and how can we really like feel how it feels in our own body and deal with that, and be the one who process it, and be the one who accept it, and the one that see in other the pain. Because when you're not in pain, when you're happy, when you're liberated, when you fulfilled, you don't get that trigger. Or you do get triggered, because again, we're not, everything is welcome in that space, and we don't reject anything from the human experience. So of course we're gonna be triggered, like we are just human beings. But we have the strength and the awareness to just look at it and not engage with it and not react from it, but be like, okay, I'm triggered right here, right now. What is it triggering within me? And it's also, final piece here, is not being like, oh my God, I'm triggered, which means that there is something wrong with me, which means that I need to do the inner work, because this is also like this spiritual self-development kind of trap of like, oh, so I'm triggered, yes, I'm gonna do and go the work and do the shadow work and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then all you're doing is also not finding true compassion for yourself. So that was my talk on triggers, and just know that it can be difficult to go through that, and my heart is with you, because damn that I triggered people in my life, just changing so much and growing so much and being one person one day and another person the other day, and talking about the things that no one wants to talk about, and just trying things out, and there's just so much. I triggered people so much. So I'm really holding compassion for you, but stay on your path because it's so rewarding, and you'll trigger some people for sure. There will be an opportunity to also clean and cleanse all the relationships and all the situations and people that are not in alignment with your higher purpose, with your true heart and your true mission. And it will bring your tribe, your soul family, the people that is like, I love who she is, I love what she's doing, I love her in her full expression. Because you don't want to be loved for someone that you're not, and you don't want to keep yourself small in order to please people around you and to not upset and to not trigger everyone. Because that's just too much work. That's just too much work. I used to be like that. I used to be like, I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to make people feel bad. I don't want people to judge me, and I don't want people to put their pain on me. Like, I fucking hate it. I fucking like, I can show up like this and I can do all those things, but I'm a freaking super sensitive person. Like, my heart is so tender and so, like, I'm just a big baby. Like, I'm a baby in a kind of adult body, and it hurts as hell when someone is mad at you, when someone just like this wound, like they cannot bear their own wounds, that they put it on you. This is, and for, you know, like recovering people pleaser, this is super hard for someone that really wants to be loved and really want to, you know, always like make sure that my intentions are understood correctly. That's something that was really difficult for me to deal with, until you have enough strength that you find within your system, and you're like, when I follow my path, no matter what, when I speak about the things that I want to talk about, when I'm just doing me 100%, it's worth losing people or upsetting people or triggering people. And then realizing that, first of all, it's not my problem and my responsibility. It's just that it's triggering a wound, something that hurts in them. And then the second piece, the compassion, like holding so much compassion in my heart for the people that will be triggered, that will feel pain from that, knowing it, whether it's my responsibility or not, which is not. I can hold them in my heart, putting the distance, putting the boundary, but holding so much love, because it's just someone in pain. It's just a child in pain. Especially when I'm happy, I feel myself wanting to shrink to make them feel comfortable. 100%. So really standing strong in my power plus energy is big. And I love the having compassion reminder. Yeah, that's you know, that's the piece that sometimes, because you're in it as well, and sometimes someone is triggering you. Like someone is triggered by you, and they trigger you back. So then you're in that loop. And I found myself so much like that in so many relationships and in my life, and with friends and family and even partners at time, and also strangers, you know, like just like being sure that I kind of like shrink down so I don't upset anyone, so like I don't take too much space. And but then you're like, you feel this contraction in your own body, and you're like, does it worth it? Really does? And like, you're like, fucking hell no. Let me do me. Let me stand strong. And let's have fun, and let's trigger people with compassion and love and kindness. With that being said, this is the last few days to fucking register for the Awakened Goddess mentorship. I cannot believe it's coming so soon. It's like, it's this place where you get to come in a trigger. How can I call that? A trigger, I don't know, person. Because you're gonna be so damn happy, so damn yourself, so liberated. that you're gonna trigger people. But it's not something that should scare you. I was trying to say something cool about it, but it didn't really came the way I wanted to. But anyway, if you feel like this is for you, this is your next level evolution, your ascension, you want to work on your spirituality, on your growth, on your healing, we do a lot of inner child healing, a lot of body work, a lot of energetics, a lot of also womb reconnecting with our sexuality and our sexual energy, because this is really at the core of everything. So basically there's three things that we need to heal in our lives, and then we're good to go. Mommy daddy issues, so inner child healing, sexuality, and money. And basically there is everything in the Awakened Goddess mentorship, and it's just a wonderful fucking journey where we get to connect with beautiful souls and come together, both in one-on-one coaching, so you get that premium attention to you, and also group coaching where we get and amplify your own magic, coming into a circle of like-minded soul sister, and basically meeting your new besties. So this is the moment. There is just a few spots left, and there's just a few days left. So if you are like, oh my God, I want that. I want to feel that next level evolution. I want to be part of this playground. I want to explore all facets of me, and I want to welcome all of them, and I want to be that awakened goddess. There is just so much to the awakened goddess. She's so unapologetic and so unleashed and so fulfilled and so on her path, on her journey, and on her mission that nothing can distract her. This is the moment. You send me a DM and we can talk about it. We can jump on a call if you need more info, or I can send you the link and you just register and the adventure begins together, and that will be my absolute pleasure. Sending you so much love. Mwah.